Resident Evil 5. Some people hate it just like the fourth game. Some people like Resident Evil 4 and hate this game. Some people just shit on the new games regardless. I love Resident Evil 5. In fact, it is one of those games that I put the most time into, right next to Gears of War and Resident Evil 4. This one's right up there with them.
I should have seen it coming. It didn't take long after the fall of the Umbrella Corporation for their bioweapons to end up in the hands of terrorists. A new era of bioterrorism descended upon vulnerable countries, shifting the balance of power throughout the region.
After Resident Evil 4, people's expectations were super high, because obviously Resident Evil 4 clearly speaks for itself. Me personally, I ate it up. I loved everything this game had to offer with the new graphics and the co-op as well. I couldn't tell you how many times I've played this with so many people and have created so many good memories. The story of Resident Evil 5 is a bit different. It takes place 4 years after Resident Evil 4, and we're introduced to Chris Redfield once again. This time he is part of the BSAA, which him and Jill Valentine helped form. He is introduced to Sheva Alomar, who is his partner for this mission in Kajuju, Africa. They are looking for Irving, who is supposedly selling bioorganic weapons on the black market. Turns out, they're getting themselves into more than they asked for, finding out everyone in the general area is infected with the same kind of parasites from Resident Evil 4. This time it's Ouroboros. The story has the same kind of layout like Resident Evil 4, but it continues to expand on characters that we love. We soon figure out that Chris is also battling personal demons, when we find out that Jill was supposedly killed when trying to take down Albert Wesker. The gameplay has the same format as Resident Evil 4, with the over-the-shoulder perspective. This time you have to think about your partner as well, having to pay attention to weapons and ammo to split between the both of you, and to see what will work in tough situations, and that can be scary, especially on the first playthrough. If you have a live co-op partner, they can use their weapons from their save of a previous game. Depending on the character they choose, they can use their weapons and money on whatever they want, which works very well. It's a pretty good system. There is no merchant this time around, but after you die or finish a chapter, you go to a shop where you can buy and upgrade and sell stuff as you choose. A mechanic that has always worked very well for both Resident Evil 4 and 5. The weapons are similar to Resident Evil 4, but they added a few extra handguns, assault rifles to throw into the mix, but nothing really special. Managing with co-op mechanics works very well for the most part. A flaw that occurs is sometimes Sheva as an AI, when you're not using a co-op partner, can be pretty annoying because she sometimes falls behind or gets stuck despite the commands you could give her. Sometimes it feels kinda useless. Sometimes if you just make it to a door that requires her to be next to you, you'll turn around and see that she's still dicking around somewhere else. I'm not trying to make it seem so bad, the experience with her as an AI is more positive for the most part, but when the AI screws up, it can be really frustrating. When you're with someone, however, it's super fun. I have played this a million times through with people on the other side or even on split screen, and if anything, it's a great addition to the game. Some people prefer to be alone like Resident Evil 4, but I think with situations and the setting that they give you, co-op fits like a glove.
Got some sharp curves up ahead! Hold on tight!
We're under attack! There are too many of them to handle! Reinforcements are en route. Hold your position until they arrive.
base!
Resident Evil 5 does throw in more action elements and less scary ones like Resident Evil 4, when you're looking at it from afar, but I never hated the shit out of this because of that. It seemed to fit very well with the kind of style that they were going for. But everyone hates the game for that, and I disagree. The game remains fun and the story still pulls you in with the characters. Boss fights are also very fun as you gotta work together as a team to take down the monster. The Mercenaries mode is also another great addition as I put many hours into this as well. I share a lot of nostalgia with this game. There's something about it. It feels pretty grounded as far as the story and as a whole. When thinking about 4 through 6, 4 and 5 feel a bit more focused and less forced, and I believe that is a fact. People are going to bitch no matter what. No one will ever be satisfied in life with anything you give them, so stay true to yourself and your opinions. As long as it's not something you just blindly hate or pull out of your ass for the sake of arguing. The next game, this is going to be a big one. I've expressed my opinions in the past, but this next review of Resident Evil 6 is going to be a project. Thanks guys, I'll catch you next time.